So anyways, I'm Nathan Wilkerson. I'm a native artist from originally from Terrace, BC. Basically grew up in Terrace till I was about into high school, I guess. My mother's Gitchan from the Gitchan tribe from Hazelton and Kispiox, BC. So my first exposure to the native art was, and my mother took me to a presentation that was given by Frida Deasing, who's an artist, a Haida artist. But my mother arranged lessons with her, hands-on, one-on-one, carving actual pieces, designing pieces a little bit, and so that was my first exposure, my first real doing the artwork. If you compare me to everybody else, I'm pretty traditional. I stick pretty much with, at least with my form lines and whatnot. It's very traditional. I guess I have played a lot with the colors, really, but I do the traditional colors, and then I'll do variations on that. But I always pretty much stick with solid colors and the traditional style.
Okay.
Well, first of all, as far as inspiration for any particular piece, well, it depends. I mean, sometimes I'll have somebody ask me to draw them something, and that gives me some ideas, and I'm like, okay, let's do that. Like my wife wanted me to draw the hummingbird, and it's a best-selling print. So advice is listen to your wife.
Yeah.
With regards to other artists, obviously Frida Deasing's influence in my work has been huge. I mean, in fact, when I got back into the artwork, I studied her art. Probably the biggest influences on my work have been, let's see, David A. Boxley, and then also Robert Davidson, who's also another Haida artist. So basically with the prints, just like I said, start with a really simple pencil sketch first. Usually it's just kind of roughed out, and then once I kind of get it, you know, where I think where I want the overall composition to be, then I start sketching out the details. And then eventually, you know, I've got the design probably about 95% where I want it. So then I'll scan it into the computer, and then I'll retrace the whole design back out. Then I'll clean it up into its kind of final form. And that's how I get the lines really sharp and crisp. Most artists that I know, most of them now use the computer when kind of to finalize their designs. Yeah, so initially I started with prints, and then I thought, well, you know, I need to kind of broaden my horizons a little bit, so I started trying to get more involved in canoes and masks and, you know, other, maybe even totem pole, we'll see, maybe a model totem pole. Now I'm doing basically everything all myself, screen printing, printing of my cards and printing of my little digital reproductions. Everything is done all by me.